I think our reception's been very constructive and positive. One that's asked questions but also been willing to try and find opportunities to work together to deliver on some of the most pressing concerns that our communities face, like building houses in Kaikohe, like helping people who have gone through emergency weather issues out at Whangaroa and Ngāotunga, and of course a bit further north up at Whangaroa. So we're in a space where we really want to implement the commitments of the treaty in an action-oriented way, not just to ideologise and leave it in the law schools or courts, but to actually implement it in action.
So why is a young man like Eru Kapa Kingi, a man who was potentially the leader of the Toitu Te Tiriti Hikoi, standing up and saying this government has stabbed Māori in the front?
I think there's some pretty firm views about what this government has done or hasn't done.
Is he right?
Well, I think there are firm views. I think what I like to focus...
Is he right?
Well, what I like to focus on are the things that we have done, whether or not that's at the treaty settlement end, curating and delivering on treaty settlements and also implementing them, or at the more gritty and challenging social services end, for example, supporting iwi and other organisations to build literally hundreds of houses into Taitokerau, Northland and around the country.
I want to put on the record that you have done that those houses haven't even been built. But I don't think you answered my question about Eru Kapa Kingi.
Well, I'm not the adjudicator of if he's right or not, but people have different views, and what I stay positive around is the fact that the people of Taitokerau and Māori and iwi generally want to work together with government to deliver better equality of opportunity and equal citizenship for their iwi members.
So if we're talking about equal citizenship, why on earth would a government bother to remove Māori words from a children's book?
Well, I think that we need to understand what that actually is, because the Māori words weren't removed from the existing books. What Minister Stanford really focused on is trying to get better phonics, better literacy, better numeracy, and in the books after the decision made, there continue to be Māori words, there continue to be pronouns.
You are a magnificent reo speaker. Don't you hate sucking this lemon? I mean, you must hate it. What's good about a policy that says, let's change waka kotahi to NZTA? What's good about a policy that says, let's take the Māori words out of children's books?
Well, many people continue to call NZTA waka kotahi, and kāinga ora is what it is. And of course, I'm responsible for Te Puni Kōkiri and the mahi that Te Arawhiti, what it used to be known as Te Tari Whakatau now, actually does. Look, I'm born of a bilingual heritage, as is the Te Tiriti of Waitangi, the Treaty of Waitangi, and I promote bilingualism and multilingualism. I love the fact that many of our young people speak not just Māori, but other languages as well, and I encourage that.
Have the Nats used you enough in this space to articulate that kind of message? And I'm thinking about the Treaty Principles Bill. Why on earth weren't you given a speaking opportunity in Parliament? Surely that would have been the moment for you to stand up and say, thank God we're seeing the back of this.
Well, I think it was very well known what my views are on the tiles and elsewhere. We said that we would...
Why weren't you allowed to articulate them?
I articulated them at the Koro Neihana at Tūranga Waiwai. I articulated on the tiles many times. I articulated in interviews. We were going to cremate that bill and bury it we did.